going on? It's a cold noon day, I guess. There's a random helicopter in the sky. I was gonna wait for it to leave, but it keeps going in circles, so we're just gonna carry on. So today we're working on the Celica, and if you notice, we have this thing here. This is a gas tank that I have been prepping to put in the Celica for a couple days, and I'm so over this. Okay, let me explain. So the Celica has been having a leak on the gas tank near the top of the tank, and I can't fill it up all the way. And I noticed this because one day I did fill it up and I messed up my driveway. I'll show you that later when I move the car, but yeah, it leaked a ton and messed up my driveway, and I've been driving it with like filling up only halfway for like a month or 2 months, something like that, and it's driving me crazy. That tank's rusted. You remember we patched that tank a couple times when I first got the car, and I decided I just needed a better one. So finally I got one. I got this from a buddy of mine who had a Celica he was parting out. So he got me this for cheapish. The bottom looked pretty clean, so I was confident when I took it off the car. But this top area was just coated in rust. I'll put a picture up somewhere. It was really rusty. I didn't think it was too bad still, so I grinded it down with a wire wheel, and it was very pitted in some areas, so I used, where is it? I used like a gel, here it is, a gel rust remover, and this is the first time I used a product like this. Usually I use like the spray-on paint that says it'll convert rust, and they never do, but this actually worked for me. It got all that pitted rust, and it turned it like into a black metal. Which is really cool. So then I primed it, and that's where we are today. We're gonna paint this black, and then while it's drying, we're gonna lift the car up and try to take out the old tank. I should mention, in this corner, it was so badly rusted. It was so thin, and it was pitted, and it was so bad that I had to weld up some holes. And it kept burning through because of how thin it was. So now I have this massive amount of ugly welds, but it should be sealed. You know, the way I checked is at night I put my phone flashlight through the hole here. I took the fuel pump out, and I just shined the light around in circles, and I kept looking for any light escaping the tank, and this was the only area it was. And that's why I welded it, and I tested it again, and no light was showing through. So hopefully this tank doesn't leak ever again. Okay, so that's the situation. Let's get to work. It's like winter break right now, so I've been at home and I've been just driving the Lexus. This thing is full of stuff, mainly tools and parts, and of course it's too cold and the trunk won't stay open. So first thing first, we gotta clear out the stuff because we need to unplug the fuel pump from inside the car. So let me just do that real quick. Okay, we got the car up on the ramps now, checked the wheels off, and we're almost done cleaning the trunk out. The tank's now fully in black. Looks pretty good. There are 2 spots on the bottom I want to deal with as well, but I want to finish the top first. So look at these are cool. This is something I thought was really interesting. This is a shield that's supposed to cover the gas tank. And there's a heat shield for the exhaust as well. My car didn't have this, and I always thought it was weird that they would have the exhaust go under the tank and not put anything in between, but yeah, there should have been. So now I got that. I found it at the junkyard. These are also the straps for the tank. I want to try cleaning these off before putting them in, maybe giving them some paint. I don't know, they're pretty rough. Yeah, so to get the fuel pump, what do we need to do? Pretty sure we need to take off this middle tray area, and then we need to remove the back seats. And then there should be like a plate that we can lift up. So I've got the tray out, and I started to take the seats off. So the top parts are really simple. Let me show you on this one. So on the back, there's just a bolt here and a bolt here. These are 12 mils, and they connect to one bracket on the side and then a bracket in the middle. And then you can just like wiggle them off. The middle section, like the bottom part, that's a little less obvious. Okay, so ignore the mess. I will clean out this whole car after this job. It's just gotten messy because I've let it sit. Okay, so the back seats, there are no bolts, it's just clips. So you want to pull up from the back, and there's a clip in the front. You just gotta keep pulling like this until you hear like something. I'm not sure exactly how these work. Okay, ignore what I said before about lifting it from the back. There's actually a clip in the middle of each seat, one right here, and you want to put your hand here and just pull up really hard, and then the clip will disconnect. You gotta do it on both sides. So now this is free. Now I can just take this out. I think it looks like it's in pretty good shape. So right there, that's the thing for the fuel pump. It's just glued down, we just need to pry it up. Okay, we got the lid off. Just used this to get underneath, and I just kept pulling around in a circle until it was loose enough I can get my fingers in, and I just pulled it up really hard. There's two clips, white to white, black to black. We made that pretty simple. So now we have two lines. So there's this one, and you looks like you want to pull it off, but you don't want to pull this off. There's a clip here, this orange clip. That's what we want to take off, and then this will come out very easily. So I'm gonna try to do that one first. Okay, a little bit of fuel came out. Oh, okay, a lot more fuel came out. I need tissues. Okay, it's been a minute. Everything's disconnected. This one by far is the biggest pain in the ass. Basically, it has a clip on each side, and it fits around this thing. And the way you get it off is, I watched a video as well. I put two screwdrivers in, two really flat, thin screwdrivers each side to push the clips out so that they can get over this ridge. And then you use like a grabby thing, grab the plastic, rotate it a little bit to get it unstuck, and then push it back. And it worked. It was really scary because I didn't want to break this. I think on the parts car, when I got the gas tank, when I did this, I think I just destroyed this clip to get it off. But yeah, if you're ever pulling parts off a parts car, learn how to take it off properly so that you don't mess up on your actual car. That's a good lesson I learned, I guess. So we need to get the muffler off, and then that's it, really. Need the muffler off, and then we have access to the tank. Obviously, if yours is stock, you'll have the muffler and that shield that covers the tank. So the gas tank's more towards the middle of the car, and there's just the two straps that hold it up, and it's 4 bolts in total. So It really doesn't feel like a lot of stuff you have to do to take the gas tank out and replace it, but like when you say it all, it doesn't sound like much. But when you're doing it, it's like it just feels like a bunch of work. And it started to snow a little bit, so I put cardboard over the gas tank so it wouldn't get wet. Man, I wish I was doing this in like the summer. It's like the middle of winter. This is the weirdest winter. There's no snow, barely any snow. I live in Canada. It snows like crazy every year, and then I don't know, last 2 years it's been really weak. Okay, so it's getting dark pretty fast. It's only like 5 o'clock is when it gets dark now. The tank is almost ready to get dropped out. There's a couple hoses that need to be pulled, so I've taken off the filler tube and a couple of the evap lines. There's one more that's connected to the charcoal canister, but it's kind of a hard clip, so I need to lower the tank to get a better like access to it, because I can't really get to it right now. It's similar to the one on the top of the tank where you need to shove screwdrivers into it. So that's what we're doing right now. We're gonna drop the tank out. If I had like a better flashlight, I would try to show it, but it's really damp. And I don't want to put the camera under there, honestly. And it's just 4 bolts. They're 14 mils. If you're doing this yourself, they're 14s. They're pretty easy to reach. Yeah, so I'm just gonna try to drop it right now. Take a look at this thing. Looks like something was living here, maybe. A lot of nuts. Well, when I got this car, it was sitting. Oh, there's something weird over there. That's gross. I don't know what that is. Don't want to touch that. I am gonna take this fuel pump and throw it in the other tank, just because I know this is good. Oh, these bolts are 8 mils, if anyone's curious. So this is where it was leaking from this time. There should be a pipe here that sticks off and a hose that goes over it, but it snapped and I couldn't put the hose on. And yeah, maybe I could have just sealed this somehow with like a putty like I did last time on the bottom. But this is for the evap system, I believe. And I really want to clear all the codes with that. So also this thing just, it's rough. This cornice. One of the corners was like totally crumbling. Okay, they're all crumbling. But yeah, this tank's dead. Okay, here's the tank, fresh tank. Placed these rubber things on them. I took them off before I painted it. So really tired, it's really cold, it's really late. I just want to get this thing bolted into the car, and then I'm gonna wrap it up for tonight and then do finishing touches tomorrow. So my original fuel pump is in now, and also swap these hoses. You can't reach these, or you can't reach this side once this is in. So yeah, this one is pretty easy to pull off, but this is one of those, the screwdriver, you have to shove flatheads in. Let's see if I can do this. gonna take some time actually. Okay, it's the next morning. Well, it's noon actually, but it's the next day. So last night I managed to get the gas tank in the car. It's bolted in, and now we just need to connect all the lines. So there's the main filler line, and then a couple evap lines, and then there's the line at the top of the tank. And then that'll be like the main thing done. Well, the main thing is getting the tank in, which is done. So now it's just like final steps, I guess. So take a look over here. There it is. There's the tank in, and I painted the straps silver because I thought it would be nice. It's in. You can saw I struggled putting it in last night. So what I did basically, it needs to get above some brake lines. On both sides there's brake lines. So basically I did the driver's side up and over first, and the passenger side, the line's a little bit flexible, so I was able to just pull that line over the edge of the tank, and then I put the stand underneath to keep it up, and then I slowly put in the straps. And I also used my my regular jack to lift it up slightly, and that's how I managed to do it on my own. Definitely would have been easier if I had someone with me, but oh well. Okay, another thing, the fuel line. That fuel line, you should put it on before you put the tank in, because it's kind of a flimsy line. It would probably fall down if you didn't put it in. So I put it in before I bolted the tank in. I still need to put the clip in that though. Yo, I've connected all the fuel lines, so it's all almost ready to go. I just need to plug in the fuel pump, like the electrical plug, and then that's it. So right now what I'm doing, I'm putting in the heat shield, the plastic thing. But the problem is all of the mounting areas, they mount to the straps, okay? And like, here's one of the mounting areas. It's gone. Here's one on the side. It's gone. I don't know what this is for. So instead, I'm just gonna zip tie this in place, and that should be fine. I feel like maybe my old tank got rusty because like I didn't have this. Like, this one is way cleaner on the bottom. So yeah, just gonna get this up here, zip tie it, throw the exhaust back on. My battery's about to die, and it's super cold, so I'm trying to finish this pronto. It's like, I think it's -5 or -8. It's too cold to work on the car, honestly. It's like, you can go out in this weather, but you need to be like super bundled up, and like, I can't work on the car like this. Also, real quick, before the battery dies, this is where the leak initially happened, and it ate up the driveway a little bit, which sucks. With my foot in comparison, sucks. Anyway, let's get this done. Okay, so tank's in and that cover's into. Zip tied it pretty good, I think. We got the muffler on as well, so pretty much done. Alright, it's been about 2 days since we installed the tank. I filled up the gas, I put in like 28 liters roughly, and I also put in the gas that was in the original tank. I reused it. I don't know if that was the best idea, but that's what I did. So yeah, I left it on the ramps so that I can look underneath the car to check for any leaks, if I could smell anything, if anything looked weird. It's still very cold out, also. Anyway, I just laid down under there and I couldn't see any leaks. All the connections, all the pipes that we put, it all is dry. and I don't smell anything. I don't smell any fumes. So it's looking good so far. So now we still gotta plug in the fuel pump. Right. So there's some dirt in there. Okay, there's 2 plugs we need to plug in. Let's just do that right quick. And I'm gonna try to heat this up. Heat up the glue and then press it back down, but for now I'm just gonna leave it loosely like this. Now I'm gonna plug in the battery and then we can try to start the car, and yeah, it should start hopefully. Okay, battery's connected, so everything's looking okay. I'm worried the battery might be kind of weak though. Alright. Okay. Let's get this thing off the ramps now. Feels a little sketch getting on and off the ramps. Everything seems okay. I guess all that's left to do is put the interior back. Well, I want to clean this car out first, but I think this was a success. I think I did it. This took like a week. Holy shit! I haven't driven this car in like 3-4 weeks now. So I'm pretty excited to like get it back, I guess, to drive it again. Now that this car's okay, I feel like I can finally relax a bit. Well, actually, no, that's not it. We're not over technically. My next test is to fill the tank to the top and then watch it to make sure it doesn't leak again. But regardless, this tank's in way better shape than the old tank. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video, I guess. We're gonna end it off here. I hope it was helpful a little bit, because there's not many videos about swapping the tanks on Celicas. It is pretty simple, I guess, in terms of steps, but it's hard work if it's rusted. So, you know, thanks for watching. Check out my other videos. Consider subscribing, and yeah, see you in the next video.